Today, we will explore the life and works of Lim Yew Kuan, a Singaporean artist, and how his art from 1951 to 1956 reflects the social and political awakening of Singapore. Lim Yew Kuan was born in 1928 and was deeply influenced by both Chinese and Western art traditions. He was the son of Lim Hak Tai, founder of NAFA, and enrolled there in 1948 to pursue art studies. He graduated in 1950 with a diploma in Western painting. By 1952, Lim had begun teaching at NAFA. He was not only an artist but also an educator, shaping generations of Singaporean artists. His work consistently reflects empathy for the working class and marginalized groups, demonstrating a commitment to humanist values and social awareness. This was the 1950s, a period of social and political turbulence in Singapore. People were struggling with poverty, navigating colonial oversight, and experiencing the first stirrings of self-government. These challenging conditions profoundly influenced Lim's art, shaping his focus on working-class life, inequality, and the emerging political consciousness of the era. Social realism seeks to represent society's struggles by depicting the lives of ordinary people and highlighting poverty, inequality, and social issues. Lim used this style to draw attention to Singapore's working class and the rising political awareness of the 1950s. His work can be seen alongside artists like Chua Mia T. In Epic Poem of Malaya, Chua shows students listening to nationalistic verses, with light breaking through dark clouds to symbolize hope and the promise of political independence. Like Lim, Chua used realism to express social and political consciousness and to inspire reflection in viewers. In 1951, Lim painted Searching. In this work, the man in Searching appears to be looking for something in the midst of a busy street, perhaps work, shelter, or simply a way to get through the day. Yet the painting suggests he is searching for more than material survival. He stands isolated among wealthier figures who do not acknowledge him, highlighting the moral distance between classes. What the man seeks, ultimately, may be dignity, a place within a society that seems to overlook him. 1954 was a pivotal year in Singapore's post-war history, marked by social unrest, political awakening, and student activism. One flashpoint was the National Service riots in 1954, which erupted when students and young men protested against compulsory conscription introduced by the British colonial government. The riots reflected broader anxieties about colonial authority, social inequality, and the limited political voice of ordinary citizens. For artists like Lim Yew Kuan, the turbulence of 1954 directly influenced their work. The painting For the Future Generation depicts a teacher working late, possibly marking papers. Lim highlights the dedication and sacrifice of educators in nurturing the next generation, even amid social and economic challenges. The work reflects the idea that progress and hope depend on those quietly working behind the scenes, emphasizing both personal commitment and social responsibility. In Trishaw Rider, Lim reflects the struggles of ordinary people. In this painting, Lim focuses on a single trishaw rider, allowing us to see the human behind the labor. By isolating one figure, Lim emphasizes the individual experience, the fatigue, determination, and dignity of someone whose work is physically demanding and socially undervalued. The rider represents the broader working class in 1950s Singapore, where ordinary laborers carried the weight of urban life, but were often invisible. Lim's social realist approach doesn't romanticize the scene. Instead, it presents a direct, empathetic observation. The viewer is invited to reflect on the man's perseverance and vulnerability. Vagrant is an etching, possibly depicting a homeless man, with a cigarette in his mouth, looking down and appearing outcast. The etching medium allows for fine, subtle detail, emphasizing his vulnerability and isolation. Lim's social realism here is both intimate and political, inviting viewers to empathize with the marginalized while reflecting on the broader social inequalities of 1950s Singapore. My Father is Sleeping is a personal and tender portrayal of Lim Yew Kuan's father, Lim Hak Tai, the principal of NAFA. The painting conveys his fatigue, reflecting not only the physical exhaustion of daily life but also the pressures and responsibilities he carried in leading the academy. Even in this small-scale work, Lim combines humanist empathy with social realist themes, showing the everyday struggles of ordinary people and those who guide and shape the next generation. In 1955, Singapore was still a British colony, but political reforms were underway. The Rendell Constitution, introduced in 1954, aimed to prepare Singapore for eventual self-government. It expanded the electoral system, allowing more citizens to vote for a majority of the Legislative Assembly for the first time, rather than having most members appointed by colonial authorities. The 1955 Legislative Assembly elections were held under this constitution. Citizens over a certain age were able to cast their vote, and 25 of the 32 seats were elected positions. This marked a significant step in Singapore's political development, giving the public a real voice in government for the first time.
People's Power was created during the 1955 Legislative Assembly elections, a landmark moment in Singapore's political history. The woodblock print shows a mother holding her baby, seemingly deciding which political party to vote for, highlighting the personal responsibility of citizens in shaping the future. Behind her, a long queue of voters reflects the collective excitement and energy of ordinary Singaporeans engaging in the democratic process for the first time. Lim's social realist approach captures both the intimacy of individual choice and the broader societal momentum towards self-government, emphasizing how personal and political lives intersect during this pivotal era. This painting is an imaginative portrayal of Lim Yew Kuan's environment, exploring moral and social themes. The three Indian men are somewhat painted in an abstract manner, standing with their backs to the viewer and hands clasped behind them. The title references the proverb, "Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil," leaving the meaning ambiguous. Are they ignoring wrongdoing or choosing to avoid evil? Lim's use of strong light, dark contrasts symbolizes moral choices. Through this scene, he offers a subtle commentary on morality, inaction, and the individual's role in society, reflecting his observations of Singapore in 1955. Nanyang University, 1956, depicts the Nanyang Library building in an impressionistic style, marking a stylistic shift from Lim Yew Kuan's earlier social realist works. Unlike the darker, politically charged paintings of the early 1950s, this work conveys a brighter, more optimistic mood. Lim uses vivid blues in the sky and lush greens for the surrounding landscape, evoking a sense of hope, growth, and possibility. The painting celebrates education, progress, and the promise of a new generation, reflecting the establishment of Nanyang University as a center for higher learning and Chinese language education in Singapore. Lim's impressionistic approach softens the realism, emphasizing atmosphere and emotion over political commentary. This painting illustrates Lim's versatility as an artist, capable of capturing both social struggles and moments of cultural pride and optimism.
In 1956, Lim Yew Kuan co-founded the Equator Art Society, EAS, a collective of socially conscious young artists committed to social realism. The society provided a platform for visual arts, painting, woodcut prints, drawing, and sculpture, and also maintained active wings for literature, music, and theatre, creating a multidisciplinary hub for cultural and political expression. Members included artists such as Chua Mia T, Tay Boon Pin, Lee Boon Wang, and Koa Sia Yong. United by a belief that art should reflect real life and social struggles, the EAS focused on depicting the working masses and the poor. Ideologically, the EAS was anti-colonial and nationalist, believing that art should reflect real life and social struggles rather than exist purely for aesthetic expression. Their works often carried political overtones, even co-organizing Singapore's first local National Day art exhibition in 1960, which was sponsored by the Ministry of Culture and had ties to the People's Action Party. From 1951 to 1956, Lim Yew Kuan emerged as a key Singaporean artist engaged with the social and political shifts of his time. His works show empathy for the working class, the marginalized, and the struggles of everyday life. Lim's art reflects Singapore's political awakening, from student activism to the first elections and rising public consciousness. In 1956, Lim co-founded the Equator Art Society, creating a platform for socially minded artists to critique and inspire change. Lim's early career shows that art is never separate from society, it is both a mirror and a catalyst, documenting the realities of the era while encouraging viewers to engage with the moral, social, and political questions of their time.